Hi, I'm Joanna Lupari, and this is ADL in the time of COVID, episode 2. Well, when I became a parent, I asked my mother for some parenting advice, and the only thing she said to me was, "Remember the lima beans." And I knew exactly what she meant. You see, I hate lima beans. I hate everything about lima beans. I don't like the color. As a matter of fact, they look like little ears the way they're shaped, little elf ears, and the texture is like crushed velvet. I hate lima beans. But in my house growing up, whatever was put on your plate is what you had to eat. And usually I tried to eat all the bad stuff first so that I could enjoy the good stuff later. But my hatred of lima beans was so bad. So I sat there at dinner one night as my mother took a big scoop of lima beans and plopped them on my plate. And I tried to eat them and I couldn't. And so I ate everything else. And I said to my mom and dad, "Hey, I'm full. Can I go?" And she said, "No, you have to eat your lima beans." Well, I sat at that table and I refused. And everybody eventually finished their meal. And my mother said, "You can't get up until you eat your lima beans." And everyone left the table. And eventually my mother washed the dishes. She even came in through the dining room and shut the light out. And they were all watching TV as I sat in front of that plate of hated lima beans. And I sat there. And I sat there. Finally, my mother cheerily said, "Well, we're all going to bed, but you have to eat your lima beans." And I sat there. And I sat there. And I sat there. And finally, my dad came into the dining room. It was around 2 a.m. And he said, "Joanna, go to bed." And he took the lima beans into the kitchen. And I never ate a lima bean since then. So later, my mother said, when she was talking about the parenting, she said, "I lost that fight that day. And I realized the most important thing about parenting is never pick a fight with your kid that you're not sure you can win. Forever remember the lima beans."